Can you taste that beat?
Stick to the roof of your jam mind. Don't let it stop, don't let it stop. It's peanut butter Phlox'em time.
Spread it thick, don't let it flop.
Alright, hello, welcome back to Phlox'em, here with another KAGI game. True to fashion, we are saving a bunch of these for the week before it's supposed to end, but that's fine. As long as we get them in, should be good. Had the one last night against Andy P, which was a little rough on both sides. I think could have been some forethought on our side to just adjust how we were doing it. Maybe me bringing a different deck, but today we're hopefully not bringing anything that's going to cause that. Going back to, I don't know if I've actually played this one in adaptive before, but it is an old favorite. Trying to remember, it might be my second named deck. Obviously it's not a custom named one, but this was just one that I think somebody opened and gave to me, maybe from a locals or something. Maybe someone else might have gotten this to me. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I opened this naturally. But it's a very fun, but kind of one of those decks where it just really is testing you on the basics of Keyforge, on sort of handcrafting and making sure you have the right answers at the right time. It does have the Key of Darkness, which is not super live in here. But you do have the Mimicry, which is always interesting in adaptive. You've got some other things like Pocket Universe, Chimera Eclipses. You have to like make sure you're kind of planning your battle line around how those are going to work. So it's just a fun deck. Good old kind of classic mid-range World Collide, featuring the worst rare, actually several of the worst rares ever printed. It's kind of impressive there, but pretty decent commons. Got plenty of burst in Untamed, especially with these Murmooks to kind of keep the pressure on. I got the Feathered Shaman for some wards if we can get that on those Murmooks. That's really nasty. Also got Mustic for some creature control and some taxing. So just a fun one. Let's see if we've got make a game quick. So we are going to be up against Fabulousing, which I'm pretty sure I say that and comment on how I say it different every time. So I'm going to try and not comment on it too much this time. Normal. We are going to put a time limit after last night's fiasco. I don't think that'll be an issue here. Go. Go ahead and full screen it. So this is actually an Orion, Orphan, Glen, Herbalist. So it actually does have a winning record on TCO so far, which is interesting. It's a surprising deck. I think the double Chimera, especially with like the Ronnie, with the Subtle Chain, the Chain Gang, like you can just do some interesting stuff. You can also Chimera the Mustic Murmook, just to kind of recycle it for value if you don't need the tax and just want the creature control. Let's make sure there's no issues. I think I got the... If I didn't mess up typing the password, I feel like that's one of those things that always scares me. I know there were issues earlier today with TCO, but I think those are fixed now. All right. Who is Puckster? So I think this is the same deck, yeah, that they brought against Dinobot. So we did get to see this one in action. It'll be very interesting. I think this will be a pretty close game. And Fabulousing is going first. Oh, what's up, Snoopy? Welcome in. All right, so we got a 2-2-2 hand to start. Gotta remember the woe deck is going first. I don't think this is a 2-2-2 hand we start with. If they've got Puzzling Trinket, then they can just snipe our Babbling Bibliophile. I think we mulligan this. Okay, we're all right with this. No artifact control, I believe, so we're pretty safe just dropping this stuff. That actually makes a pretty big difference. Slows down like the capture and stuff you're doing off of the Puzzling Trinkets and Shrewd Investor. Pretty nice follow up here too. If we can get one of these two down off of the Jar Goggle death. Ooh, Hapless is annoying. We might actually just fight the Hapless here. Oh, Collector Born's also scary. Nothing to put on it yet. We go back into Logos. I'm not actually gaining Amber this turn, but I think we maybe still have to fight this. So what do we want to put down? I actually really like the Breaker Hill, because then we can do something where we can fight this into something, drop the Breaker Hill, and that gives us an action on one of our creatures to be able to steal. Let's go ahead and do that. I mean, I could just gain the Amber and then Pocket Universe it, or I could fight the Cadet, but that makes it within range of the Praetor. So I think we do actually just Reap and then pocket it. Would love, actually, I don't know if we want to Kymore this. That could cause us issues, but we're not finding any answers to it. So next turn we might have to start dealing with that because this thing gets out of hand fast. But they do have to kill Candle Unit, otherwise we get tons of value. Would not mind also getting the Anomaly Exploiter down. What else are we scared of here? We also do not have artifact control, I believe. So Transporter Platform gets really scary, which is where we probably want to kill this. Does give me a Reap. I think we just go back into Logos here. Getting this down makes a pretty big difference. Go ahead and if this Jar Goggle was one bigger or this Exploiter was already out, then we'd be much happier killing this, but I think we just need to do it now. We did sequence that wrong if we wanted to do the Jar Goggle play here. I think we have to fight it. Leaving the Born alive, but no transporter platform yet means we do at least have like one more turn before it goes crazy. And I think could get a secure droid for taunt, but we have another bigger creature now, so guesses they go into Saurian. Now Saurian again feels pretty slow for this deck. Epic Poem only gets a little because this Pocket Universe early could actually be huge in this matchup. Okay, we do get a Star Alliance. Wish we had found. Ooh. Ah, that's unfortunate. That kills a lot. Doesn't kill the Jar Goggle. Okay. I think we drop some other stuff here now. We're gonna do Shaman, Murmook, Roxador. The wards, I guess, aren't a huge deal, except that there's no trinket down yet. What other creature control do they have? I mean, that was a Star Alliance turn and no more upgrades. But we maybe are going too slow to outrun what it does with the upgrades later on. Because there's a second Borin. Okay, go Saurian. There's not a crushing charge or anything, so ooh. That's a little scary. Still, neither of our Kymors is a little rough. But this Roxador can actually do something here by stunning some of these creatures. Is not the worst. So I think we go back into Untamed here. So we got plenty of Amber control for if they get to check next turn. Let's do this one on the right. I think we ward, fight. Fight and stun. Drop this on. Okay. So it's kind of on them to find the creature control now. Might have an epic poem, which could do a lot, yeah. But at least I don't have too much to capture. Oof. All 3 epic poems on 1 turn is insane. There's just not much else you can say about that. Crazy. So crazy. I mean, like, we can Ronnie, but what does that even do for us here? Can we kill this guy? Not very easily. We can in Logos, but that doesn't really get me a whole lot. Can we outrace this? So let's see. We just fight here. This is still not dead. So then we'd have to fight here too. But they probably just go into Equidon and start shutting down stuff. Logos, we can kill this. Get the... Yeah, I think we go Logos here. Okay. So let's... Anomaly Exploiter. Do want to kill off the trainer. We'll go ahead and drop this next to that. So if we got Kymor, we're fine. This guy on the right. Let's go ahead and Reap to discard that and use this. But like, oh, still no Kymor. We need to be Kymoring Ronnie, like chain Kymoring it at this point, or find Mimicry really fast. Can't believe it was all 3 of them in 1 turn. So crazy. Yeah. Goes into Star Alliance, captures 1 with Aquilia. That's fine. We've got plenty. Question is, can they actually... Oh, they probably just Echo Reflector here to tax us. Okay, Photon Blast takes out the... I'm going to lose one of those with a damage pip. Do get to Forge. I think we have to go Shadows here. start gaining some of this amber back. And just we need to draw more. So we'll fidget. Running on bibliophile. Steal. Steal. Chain. Got a shrewd investor. But yeah, they're already in check for last key. Man. That's the kind of play where it's just like there's a good chance that does not go that way game 2. Like if I don't find all the epic poems together, getting that much burst. Oh, they played the closed door. Does that give us a chance? That might not be enough. Take them off the key. So we get ours. We're at 0. Closed door. Go to 1. And then steal 4. So we're both at 5. So it does technically stop the key. And I do gain a lot of amber. Okay, so this might work. Make sure there's no better options. Nothing else is stopping the key. Make sure my math is right. I mean, if my math is wrong, then we lose anyways, right? So I'll be at 1. Be at 5 and 5, yeah. Okay. We'll drop Mab. Reap. 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 This damage is somewhat impactful. Not a whole lot. I maybe should have killed this. I'm not sure it matters. Can we Key of Darkness next turn? That would be incredible. So we're fairly confident they can stop the key. If they found Borin, I think we're done. They go into Aquidon. Okay, I think that's best case scenario for us. Turn the Strange Shell. That means they're probably not getting more than like... Can we stop? Oh yeah, we can stop 1. With the Hugger Mugger. Maybe 2 with Fidget, but Fidget probably doesn't have anything to draw us into anymore. I don't know what Fidget would hit. Alright, so they're at 6. Hyron, Mollusk Collar. I was going to say they have to have... Oh, there's 1 Shrewd Investor. Do they have 2? Oh, they have 2. And the Shrewd Investors are massive. No! Belligerent Guard Reaping. Now we have to do math. So we need to be at +6. We have to get to 12. I can't get these back with Kymores, is the problem. And I don't have my Mustic. Hugger Mugger only captures 1. Are we just that close? Let's see. So if we fight, Pestering Blow, we go to 4. Kymore, we get 4 more. So we're only at 8. Midget. We don't have the subtle chain. Don't have anything we can draw into in logo, so I think it has to be whatever we hit off the fidget. Yeah, them having this many creatures after doing 2 Equidon turns in a row just killed us. But I guess we did close door them. Okay. What could we hit here? Oh, we could actually... Oh, no. Fidget can only hit actions. I don't even know if they have any actions left. That's crazy. Photon Blast? No, Photon Blast is gone. Man, they got all of their actions. Higher on. Yeah. Higher on is what's in archive, so I have to go for that. Yeah, it's just Esquire. Dang. Yeah. Very similar start. But again, if we start getting hit with the Chimors, we're in trouble. But like, we also never saw the Borans pop off in that deck. We didn't see a transport platform, so I still think it's an uphill battle for this one. The question is, do I start with similar? Yeah, let's keep this hand. Oops. Ah, Kalos, I didn't see the raid. Thank you for that. It's fun. I guess that's probably when Fudgenator also got here. Amazing. We're gonna do this a little bit differently though. Let's go ahead and go Star Alliance. Drop this on the left. And play this on the right for Kymor. Do I just kill the Jargoggle? I think it's better to in this one. The archiving isn't as big of a deal as them being able to do like a Kymor off house or something. So we'll go ahead and put that on the left. Oh, it's a trainer. Okay. We're actually okay if that gets Kymored. Ah, Unnatural's going to take out the Praetor. That's fine. Them having to use this now means we can start going wider with the board anyways. We'll probably bounce this to hand, I think. Looks like we want to go Saurian soon. We do need to figure out a solution to this idiot, though. Roxador, which generally not something to worry about. This is not good, though. Okay, I think we just go Equidon here. Let's go ahead and use this. We don't have more Amber. This behind the taunt. It's over here. Start protecting from Chimors. Reflector. Okay, guard is a good solution for Candle Unit. I like that. That could give us a pretty big turn next time. Not having found. Oh, there goes the TI-RE Esquire. That's unfortunate. Get our selective preservation. Not having a trinket yet is a little annoying. Okay, takes out the taunt. That's great. So we could. This daughter's annoying. I don't think it's worth doing the Saurian turn yet. Go back into Equidon. Go ahead and guard. Fight. Reap. Find a trinket. Do I want Faust back? Probably because of the poem. Another one of these. I think we will capture now just to force some fighting. And if they don't, we have a nice epic poem target. But I mean, this is for sure telegraphing an epic poem. But we've got the Echo Reflector, so if they go crazy. Okay, got 2 poems. Yeah, this is going to be fighting though. The problem is they have to fight like all 3 of their things into this to kill it. Oh, and Suspecting Prey helps. They still have to fight it twice because it is elusive. There's no... Yeah. Cauldron. No cauldron boil is what I was looking for there. Still don't have an answer to the daughter, which is a problem, but I mean, this Saurian turn is going to be kind of a blowout. Okay, so fight the shrewd investor. That's fine. Fight it. Still not in check. Deepwood can either fight. I mean, everything's elusive here, unless they want to go after the guard. Heal Roxador. Okay, so we stop the key and make a good chunk of amber here in Saurian and get some disruption down. I think that's our best call. So we'll play Fugru, Legionary. Look, it's another puzzling trinket. Where do we put these? I think we still put it on our elusives because those are kind of the most annoying for them. We could put it on, no, because I want to be able to bounce those. Stop the key. Got a Borin. Got an Echo Reflector. Could go back into Saurian. But again, the unnatural being gone here. And we're like in an okay spot for Chimors. We're okay with Faust getting shuffled back in. Because if they have to go Shadows here, I don't think they can kill this, right? They have Pestering Blow. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Do go Shadows, so probably going to see Ronnie Chimor here. Which is still better than what we got, but... Oh yeah, sorry, we are in game 2. I am very dialed in on this game, so I'm not watching the chat as much as I should be. Game 2, we lost. I mean, it looked close. I think what was close is that we were so close to being able to stop them on their key. I think if we did that, we are still probably getting our key stopped multiple times after that, but yeah, it was just barely missed it in game 1. But I think we're looking okay here for game 2. It'll be close on the change, though. Ring of Invisibility on Tantadlin. Okay, so we lost Faust. They are not getting their daughter value now because of Fuguru. We can't kill daughter in unless we lose this. Kind of want to just get Saurian down again, though. I don't think Equidon is doing enough for me here. Let's go Aquilia, Rax, Capture on Aquilia. We did see one Chimor, so there's only one left, right? And we saw Fidget doesn't really matter a whole lot, so we're just gonna go to check here. Double Borin, honestly not ideal. So this is the stuff that, like, I don't know how this deck gets around Double Borin, even without the transporter platform. Like, these Echo Reflectors are just so hard for this deck to deal with. So you kind of need to sneak keys in before this stuff comes down, or hope they just find it all really early. So in thinking about game 3, not to get too ahead of myself, I think that'll be a really big consideration. Okay, we'll get rid of the Fuguru. No Archives to discard. They take out the Shrewd Investor, so they get their Amber back. But it's untamed. Oh, we're not forging here because of Mustic. So I think we just tax here. We tax for 10 if we don't kill the Mustic, but I think I'd rather get rid of it just so we're not getting taxed. Yeah, because we don't want to get Chimord either. Wouldn't mind picking that up, but Just 1 damage pip. We could do 2 damage pips from the Echo. So play Recruiting Station. Play Borin on the left. And the Daughter. Play Echo Reflector on Borin. We'll do a damage on Daughter. He readies. Fight the Mustic. Reap. Hold Borin for a second Reflector. And he doesn't do anything. Okay. I think we're all right with this. We still have the Trainer down, so if we can... I say we can Mollusk Collar and do stuff, but this deck doesn't make that many tokens. It makes very few tokens, actually. But we still got these. A lot of the Starline's power, so 2 games in a row, the Starline's power not really showing itself, which I think in this turn was fine for us. But I think game 3, we really have to be aware of that. Going to 7 there was actually a mistake because of Ronnie. We shouldn't have done that. But again, their Shadow's turns really aren't doing any creature control because, especially because Selective Preservation is under here, which they don't know. But Fidget literally has nothing it can hit here to do something. Pestering below is annoying. Okay, so something like Twin Bolt can do a little bit more, especially if they take out, yeah, the Trainer, probably the Tinker. Ooh, does not take out the Trainer. There's the Anomaly Exploiter. All right. Wards the Fidget is interesting. Again, I like Fidget in this matchup, though. I don't think it's a good card. We can kill Bibliophile with Guard because they warded the Fidget instead of the Bibliophile. I think we just go Equidon. Do we actually close door here? We might. They can Mimicry it, but we saw that Mimicrying actually just helps us, depending on what's already, or what's left in the deck. And then we capture a little bit on Shrewd Investor, but not a ton, so they have to decide if it's worth killing it. We'll go ahead and just take the Amber to only steal 1. We'll go Shrewd Investor on the right. Mollusk Collar. General. Make our ready Mollusk. Say Puzzling Trinket. Play the Trinket. Is it worth drawing here? Not at all. As a Amber. Fight that. Might be worth popping that into our hand now. So that kills a lot of our board, right? We've got 3, 2, 1, 4, 8, 6, 5. Oh, actually, it only kills our 4 powers at the moment. Yeah. I think it's worth having in hand. This is discarded either way. Yeah. I guess discarding it doesn't really matter. So we'll say Star Alliance. It's Faust. Oof. Didn't get any more Saurian though. Unfortunate. Okay, so Fidget just discards whatever. We've got quite the Star Alliance ready to go. Still no Transporter Platform though. Last card in the deck. So game 3, if that Transporter Platform comes down early. Ooh, we do have a Chain Gang here. If this hits Collector. They do have the Subtle Chain. Does hit the Detention Coil. Does get the steal there. Pestering below. Can that kill anything? Oh, it kills the Collector, yeah. I think that's okay. So we can maybe just go into Saurian. Get our Epic Poem Amber. Kill off the Chain Gang. There's a Ronnie for no value. I think we just kill that too. Did it steal? Oh, Ronnie did steal one. Okay. See if we can find transport platform. I guess we get it either way. But I mean, we have so much security here. Can we capture? We'd have to use the epic poem Amber as a capture. What does selective preservation hit here? There's no ones. 2. Don't have a 3. Keep this on the 4. We could kill the hapless cadet. But then that saves one of their 3s. Could just do the Deepwood Druid. We go sorry and stop the key for one more. Get the transport platform. First there. Fight with Chain Gang. Fight with Ronnie. Reap. And we actually don't want to flip that because we want to stay... we don't want to flip the deck so that our... Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it does. It gets us one more upgrade. Gotta remember how Borin works. He doesn't pull all the upgrades back from the discard. He gets one. Wild Wormholes. Logos, I think, is just a win for us. I don't think there's any Amber control on Logos. Yeah, needed something off of the Wild Wormhole. Oof, okay. This chain bidding is going to be tough. I think I might be willing to go higher than... we'll see. Because again, we haven't seen the transport platform. Yeah, this will be a tough chain bid. Adaptive bust of 1. Because the other thing we haven't really seen, well, there's not a ton of Amber pips outside of the Star Alliance. But you can use the trinket to draw to kind of negate chains for a little bit. Get the chain gang going, that can do some stuff. Creature control on both sides is a little bit lacking, especially against elusives. I'm just going to bump up really fast here. Man, this is a tough one. The games didn't seem super... Game 1 seemed kind of close. But again, how close was it really in the end? I think that deck has so many answers to a deck or a check. Especially late game once the artifacts are down because there's no artifact control. think we'll do a fast 9. How fast does it stabilize if I get like an untamed board early? Or I'm able to Kai more faster than they can deal with it. Man, this is really tough. And this is where I get to where I'd rather play my deck. 11 is a lot of chains. Especially for a Winds of Exchange deck. Like if something gets tokenized the wrong time. Okay. We'll see. This is the third time that I've been, we will keep this hand. Not bidding on my deck for game 3. Turn 1, Tiari. So we're pretty safe doing this. Can kill it with the Mustic next turn. Ooh, may need to kill that. Four card hand. 3 Saurian. How it goes. Okay. So we do still need to kill stuff. I think the trainer is less scary than the Esquire, but the Fuguru is scarier than both. But we can't even get the proc here. Okay, we'll go Shadows. Oh, they don't have any Amber yet. Shadows really doesn't make sense. Gives me more draw though. I find no more Untamed. Yikes. This was not the start I needed them to have. Everything is elusive, so if they want to kill something with a Fugru, it's going to be some work. Gonna do some exalting here. They might have an epic poem. Goodness. Yeah. Just so much Saurian early on. Check 7 already. Insane. Okay, so can we actually get the 4 and they go down to 5? No, we still can't get Phlox'em. Could go into Shadows. Start killing some stuff. I think we need to go Logos. Yeah, we'd rather Kaimor in this scenario than with the Candle unit down. It's fine. Now we find our Kaimors. Yeah. That is a pretty intense start. Especially with the Fuguru, so slowing down our draws. Kaimors here are actually pretty rough for us because we lose the daughter if we play both of them. them getting first key though. And we don't have a Rani. Like not having the Rani too is bad. And we still haven't drawn more Untamed. That's kind of also killing us. Okay. Trades with the candle unit. So now we're more okay with Kai'Moring, I think. Feels real bad though. What if we do the Untamed turn first? We trade here, Mustic here, Phlox'em. I think 10 chains was enough. What a start. There go the strange shells. It's fine because I think that means there's a good chance they actually don't get to shed a chain this turn. And unless they kill Phlox'em, we get to Kai'Mor it and the Mustic. Closed door. There's a shrewd investor. We could fight off this too. And since they just played the closed door, we're pretty okay to burst here, but we just need to make sure there's no more epic poem hits. So in shadows, it would be fight, kills that, and then Kai'Mor, and then we Kai'Mor these. And then ping this with the pestering blow. I think that's fine. Fight. String blow. Kai'Mor. Discard. Gosh, that only gets us to 8. There's our mimicry. Lots of untamed stuff. But I mean, at this point, it's like Bourne's got to be coming down. Which we can kill with the Mustic. But it's going to be a lot of amber. Ooh, goes back into Equidon. I am okay with that. Okay, so stops. Doesn't stop the key because of the Pocket Universe. That is massive for us. Trinkets for the amber. Okay, so we still get the key. The question is, do we mimicry here? Really don't want to give them more cards. Does that get us to check if we do though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite. Oh, we kill this though, so for sure. Yeah, we might as well do it here. Let's try and cycle fast. Closed door. We'll do on the right. Still playing as though there are Kai'Mors coming, which there are not. So we still forge through one Echo Reflector unless they capture. Yeah, here's a Starline's turn, but we do have a really nice Untamed follow-up. And more importantly, we stop them from forging. There goes a couple things. Fidget and Daughter. I always forget that has Blast. Or one splash. Oh, Echo Reflector does stop the key because of Mustic. Oh no, not because I also have imprinted. Amber, Amber. Do they have one more? Can't fight. Play one more creature and we're all fine. Oh, that's 2 Echo Reflectors now. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, bid was 10. Okay, so we're in business there with... So the problem is there's been no Borans yet, so I actually think it might not be correct to fight here and instead get the rest of this Logos down. So what do we have left? We can Twin Bolt our Jar Goggle to play like Hugger Mugger if we need it. We do still have Chain Gang with the Subtle Chain, and we have Ronnie coming. So that gets us a pretty good chance of finding more shadows, so we can actually punish them going higher with the key. If we go Untamed, we can kill... I think we killed this one. But we can't kill this one. Actually, no, if we go Untamed, no, we still can't kill both because of this. So we need them to play more creatures. So I think we have to be okay with this. I don't know. It's tough. Like, we need them to play more creatures this turn now. And if they don't, we're in a lot of trouble. It is nice with the unnatural selection, though. We can actually pop this without having to be in a Logos turn, which gives us the capture. Probably doesn't save a key. This Saurian turn most likely gains a decent amount of Amber. We still have 2 Epic Poems left. But again, our unnatural selection really punishes this now. Yep, there's an Exalt, so this will be some Epic Poems, which we just have to be okay with. Oh gosh, it's so much. Actually, that's still a problem because we need to keep one of them alive. I guess we keep the Faust alive. Seems kind of sketchy. What else could I fight? I could just fight this Cure Droid. In which case, we might actually not pop this yet, because if we wait a turn and pop this, it will steal because they'll have a key. Okay, so we're going Untamed. Cannot fight with the Mustic, but we want to leave it on the board this turn. Problem is, we kill these and the Borans just pick them up. Hopefully there's only one Boran. So let's see. I leave this, this, and this. And I'm not killing this. Seems like a problem. If I leave this, this, and this, there's Amber left for me. There's no Epic Poems left. I don't have any Chimeras to kill it with, so I can't kill it. If I leave this, I can just fight these two and kill it. that means I'm playing this because I can't lose the ward here. So we'll save. I think we're okay because we get to play another imprinted Murmook. I'd rather have the chance to steal next turn. And then you get to keep this. Oh, they're still keeping Faust in that scenario. Okay, so if they're keeping Faust, we just want to kill both reflectors. Okay, and then we'll do... They can still tax for a lot with Borin and Faust and Trinket. But if they're doing capture instead of Amber Pips, that means we are catching up. Might be too late. Again, they're already on 6 here. We did not find a way to ping. I mean, we don't have a way to ping this in shadows, I guess. And we don't have our chain gang yet. Actually, this is rough. Or a subtle chain. Yeah, this just might do it. Because we don't have our key cheat anymore either. Darn. I guess at the start of my turn, I'm going to forge, so this doesn't get to steal anyways. Yeah. I mean, leaving one Echo Reflector is just like, if they have Borin, that means they're taxing this key for 12 instead of 9. Or plus whatever they get with the Faust. So I think there was just not much way we were coming back from that Saurian start. It was just way too much of a board too fast. Especially not finding Ronnie here. And we don't have like Wild Wormhole or anything. Maybe shouldn't have shuffled the Mab in. No way to get Breaker Hill value. Yeah. We needed to get key last turn. I think that was about the only way. The double reflector was too much. And then no Ronnie or Subtle Chain here is, yeah, just unfortunate. Man, this is a frustrating one. I feel like we're really close in a lot of places. Selective is fine. That either kills. Can't kill both imprinted. Archives on the Jar Goggle. Oh no, Jar Goggle stays. Yeah, I mean, that already is just game, right? We can't stop 7. I don't know. Yeah, 10 chains. I think it was probably too low of a bid. Probably. Not just for that Saurian start, but just because of how hard it is to actually forge past this Star Alliance. Oh. Next, now there's no mustic. Crazy if we still had Key of Darkness, but I think this turn where it was Kymor ring key, like we needed that to be able to deal with their board, but it was just not a good hand. Like we needed those to be more spread out. We needed their Saurian to be more spread out. Trying to think if there's anything else I could have done. So they didn't even have the board in there. That's the crazy thing. Like we were so close if they just could not gain this much amber. Let me just think through this in every possible scenario, but this can't do anything. This can't do anything. Yeah. All we got is the one capture. Which, if we had Ronnie, still wouldn't be enough because we wouldn't be able to play the Ronnie and kill the Jargoggle on the same turn. So, man. Except my pestering blow was gone though. I mean, yeah, so maybe it shouldn't have been more chains because, well, no, because if they had had one of the Borans on last turn, then we're not nearly at this amber total. I like this one for adaptive though. I think it's a good one. I should probably practice with it a little bit more. It's maybe like just frustrating enough. Maybe it's too hard to make game plans and you're just kind of always looking for the reactive stuff. What was my starting hand? I should go look at that. It was like Daughter, Pocket Universe, Flaxia, and Mustic, right? I think that was my first loss, right? Yeah, adaptive is interesting for the stats. It's so much just about the decisions, but also the matchup. I think how chains affect it will be really interesting. So like if you can track how many cards per turn they're able to play while how many chains they have might be something of just sort of like how much it was the deck impacted by the chains. And if you see some decks that are just like rarely that impacted by less than 8 or 9 chains or whatever, then like you kind of start seeing, but then like that's tough because people start learning, oh, now I know how many to bid more chains against that deck. So it's like you almost don't want to spill people's secrets either. It's interesting. Yeah, that's something to think about. I'll see what I can ponder on the statistics, but time to get back to work here. Thank y'all for hanging out and watching. This was a very fun one. Very, very good matchup. Always is with Fabulousing. Fantastic player, and this is a cool deck. Definitely a good adaptive one. Strange Shells, very interesting. Does have that potential to high roll, but also has a lot of the comeback mechanics that you have to know how to play to. So yeah, interesting stuff. We'll see. I think I got 1 or 2 games left. I need to see who else in our pod, but yeah, but Alliance, again, with that one, like they can't change the deck or anything. We haven't quite decided what we're going to do with adaptive for Final Refrain, so that'll all be interesting to see. But okay, I gotta go. Thank y'all for hanging out. Snoopy Fudginator, Kalos, if you're still on, Grishhammer, good to see you all in here, and we'll see you next time on Phlox'em. Take care, everybody. Bye.